Pop culture is currently obsessed with a creature that can crush skulls from afar and rip open portals to other worlds. The terrifying secret of Stranger Things is how closely its magic mirrors real biology and physics. The show almost never happened. It was rejected more than 15 times before finally hitting screens. And early on, it was set in a real location, the town of Montauk on the coast of Long Island, New York. At the center of this story is Vecna. He is a vine-covered villain who wields a seemingly impossible array of powers. He manipulates people with his mind, hurls objects with telekinesis, and tears physical holes between dimensions. If we strip away the Hollywood special effects and conduct a scientific autopsy on this creature, the results are alarming. Identifying the genuine neuroscience, biology, and quantum mechanics sitting inside a monster makes the concept far more frightening than any supernatural curse. The pieces required to build him are already here. Let's start with the exterior. The creature's skin is violently entwined with thick, alien-looking vines and dense fungal spores that appear completely disconnected from human biology. In nature, this kind of extreme physical fusion is known as biological symbiosis. Specifically, we are looking at parasitic evolution, a process where an invading organism reshapes the body and behavior of its host to suit its own needs. We see this with the Ophiocordyceps fungus. This is a real-world parasite that infiltrates an insect's nervous system, takes complete control of its mind, and ends by erupting branching physical growths straight out of the host's body. Or look at what parasitic worms do to terrestrial snails. The worms physically mutate their host, inflating the snail's tentacles into brightly colored, pulsating eye stalks to attract predators and continue their life cycle. These invaders merge directly into their host. The alien organism physically and neurologically wires itself into the biological systems of the body, creating a single, functional entity connected to a wider hive mind. The horrifying vine-covered form you see on screen is a macroscopic scaling of the exact parasitic behavior that currently dominates the insect kingdom. Moving inside the skull, we have to explain how a being could move objects with its thoughts and force terrifying visions into the minds of others. Telekinesis is technically happening inside you right now. Your brain constantly produces precise electrical signals, strong enough to move physical matter, but that capacity is restricted to your own internal muscle groups. To bridge that gap, scientists use brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These are physical devices that read internal brainwaves and translate them directly into external digital commands, allowing paralyzed patients to move cursors or robotic arms with thought alone. Companies like Elon Musk's Neuralink are currently pioneering these exact devices. While they require a lot of machinery and cables to work, they prove that mind over matter functions perfectly well in real-world laboratories. Then there's the ability to invade memories and force psychic hallucinations. Neuroscience points directly to two structures in the human brain, the temporal lobe and the amygdala, which together process our deepest emotions and memories. Medical experiments show that when researchers apply tiny, targeted electrical shocks to these specific brain regions, they trigger intensely vivid, terrifying illusions, making patients see and experience things that are not there. Both crushing objects and controlling minds rely on well-documented electrical signals. If a mutant were to evolve the biological equivalent of a precision wireless transmitter, these psychic attacks would be scientifically sound. Beyond the body and the brain, we have to look at the environment, specifically the creature's ability to tear holes between our world and an alternate dimension. The physics of parallel worlds are actively studied. The multiverse theory within quantum mechanics suggests that multiple universes, each slightly different from our own reality, could mathematically coexist. This diagram demonstrates crossing between dimensions via a wormhole, which folds space-time to connect distant realities. But keeping that bridge open requires massive force. To stabilize the rift and prevent collapse, you would need energy greater than all the stars in our galaxy combined. While the equations for parallel worlds exist on paper, the cosmic energy demands ensure that a biological dimension hopper remains a strict physical impossibility. After breaking down the science, we can see the exact boundaries of the fiction. The interdimensional travel is impossible, but the anatomy and the neurological control are deeply rooted in reality. Today, researchers are actively mapping the amygdala to control emotions, engineering interfaces that translate thoughts into physical action, and tracking parasitic fungi that hijack the nervous systems of their hosts. The boundary separating a terrifying pop culture monster from a very real laboratory specimen is uncomfortably thin today. The most enduring science fiction does not rely on magic. It simply acts as a funhouse mirror, taking the darkest corners of real, documented science and reflecting them right back at us.